We are right now certainly going to be putting huge amounts. We're going to build a robotic ecosystem on Mars. That is practically definite at this point. That's Musk's vision. Starship has such a massive capacity, like 100-ton capacity, 3 times what the space shuttle had. I mean, just a massive capacity for delivery of massive robotics. And we're talking specific robotic capacity. We're talking about boring machines. We're talking about machines and robots that will be able to process water ice into oxygen and hydrogen and separate them, creating rocket fuel for relaunch capacity. You're talking about robotics that can begin to process other minerals, build various structures, power supply systems, nuclear power supply systems for recharging of batteries. Musk is talking about the ability to launch multiple starships a day. So this is the kind of world we're living in. You're very quickly looking at how do we begin to terraform the surface of Mars? How do we begin to build an atmosphere? How do we begin to create liquid water starting to run on the surface of Mars, melting the liquid ice? There's all kinds of questions. But the real question, the real science of human existence is how we take places like the deserts of California or Nevada and make them incredibly habitable, so we transform the environment. That's not a world that may be. That's not science fiction I just laid out. That's policy that's going to be implemented now. That's what's happening. It's going to be a huge part of the economy. And say, what are we going to do here on Earth? If we're going to terraform Mars, how are we going to transform Earth? If we're going to build an ecosystem on Mars, why aren't we building an ecosystem here? That kind of thinking will affect Trump's generation, the kind of post-war generation. But it's going to blow the mind of a 25-year-old or a 15-year-old. They're going to think about their life and human existence drastically different than everyone else who's grown up over the last 75 years.